Get ready, Columbia, South Carolina, and surrounding areas for network marketing mogul David Imonitier, a college dropout and self-made millionaire with Organo Gold. Learn how coffee changed this leader and mentor's life into abundance. Coffee can also change your health and wealth. Tuesday, August 30th, 6 p.m. at the Brooklyn Baptist Banquet Hall, 1066 Sunset Boulevard, West Columbia. You don't want to miss David Imonitier. Sign up to win a free iPad at ColumbiaHealthyCoffee.com.
My name is Michael Holloman.
I'm Gerard Droz.
And I'm Gerard Price, and we're the board of directors.
Reminding you to check out our new book, The Makings of a Man, available at fine bookstores and online at themakingsofAman.com.
And remember to check out mymetrotv.com.
Saturday mornings on Watch 5. And welcome to this special edition of MyMetroTV.com. I'm Frederick Knight. Welcome to Daybreak, first stop to the rest of the weekend. Coming to you today from Hudson Smokehouse in Lexington, it's a campaign stop for Republican presidential candidate Herman Cain. We're going to bring you sights and sounds from the event. Plus, coming up on the show, we're going to visit the Generation 44 event that featured senior Obama advisor Valerie Jarrett. That's on the way. Plus, we've got that Power of Praise, TV's inspirational video of the week, MyMetroTV.com's Movie Minute, and more. All that and more coming up on this morning's edition of MyMetroTV.com. Daybreak, first stop to the rest of the weekend. Even though the fact that a recent Gallup poll places the president's approval rating at an all-time low at only 38%, Generation 44, a fundraising arm of the president's campaign, held a fundraiser here in Columbia this past week featuring senior Obama advisor Valerie Jarrett. Despite a no press allowed status for the evening, our Kaela Harmon spoke with one of the event's attendees about the gathering.
And now we were able to get an attendant of tonight's event, and we wanted to pull him aside and find out exactly what went on this evening at tonight's fundraiser.
Well, the fundraiser that they had tonight, and senior advisor to the president, Valerie Jarrett, was a speaker. And she focused on what the president had done in the last 2 years for the country, and she made a direct focus on the health care bill. It was a gentleman who was unable to get health care because of a pre-existing condition. He had cancer, but now because of the president's bill, this gentleman has health care now. And it was a major fundraiser. And as we know, the president is getting ready to go on a bus tour next week, and we're just trying to get support and get the rolling, because we know what's going to happen in November 2012.
Now, you mentioned grassroots. Do you think an event like this that has an admission price, that is supposed to rally the troops of Obama's supporters, was really able to mobilize the grassroots? Or do you think it was kind of exclusive, kind of cutting off a certain group of people who would have liked to get access to this same information, who truly want to stand behind President Obama?
I don't think it was. I was really shocked at the amount of people that were there. And even though they were charging, I did a birthday party for the president this past Saturday in my hometown, Anderson, South Carolina, and I had over 100 people there. So you do know that the people are fired up. They just want information. They're thirsting for information. They don't understand what's happening in Washington. And the best thing we can do is educate ourselves to the process and then get involved in the process.
I spoke with senior political analyst Michael Bailey of the South Carolina Voters Association to find out what kind of impact an event like this has on Democratic voters in South Carolina.
Right now, you have organizations like the NAACP, South Carolina Voters Association, South Carolina Progressive Network, New Democrats, and Vote that are out actively making people aware of the impact of the voter ID law. You have them out registering voters. You have them out collecting statements from voters that will be impacted by the voter ID law. And to have senior member of the Obama's administration to come down and have a cocktail party, it's kind of disheartening. What I would like to see is the president to return to the strategy from '08, where grassroots organizations and grassroots voters got together, got organized, and got active. One of the major things that the administration needs to do is figure out a way to combat these voter ID laws across the country. These laws will be oppressive and disenfranchising to a large portion of Democratic voters throughout this country. It's imperative that we fight these laws and figure out how to mitigate their impact.
You may remember that in the early 1990s, I became a vocal critic of Hillary Care.
South Carolina's first in the South primary status proved to be quite a draw to a host of GOP presidential candidates, including Herman Cain, the former head of Godfather's Pizza. Cain shared his views on the president's health care reform plan.
When President Obama started to try to pass Obamacare, I called it health care deform. The first thing I recognized was that Obamacare is even worse than Hillary Care, which is why, number one, I believe it should be totally repealed. Totally.
Lexington provided an enthusiastic crowd for the candidate.
In America, we have the best health care in the world. I'm a living proof of that, folks. For those who may not, I'll come back to that story later. We have the best health care in the world. We have a cost problem. Here's how we get control of the cost as well as control of the health insurance. Pass patient-centered, market-driven reform, such as deductibility under the current tax system. Should not matter who buys it, the employer or the employee. That will allow companies to provide more options to their employees, such that they will be able to buy the package that best suits them. A la the Steve Forbes model.
Cain was not the only GOP presidential candidate in town. Recent straw poll winner Michelle Backman and former Texas Governor Rick Perry also stopped through the Midlands.
I became a vocal critic of Hillary Care.
Still to come, my conversation with Tanya Rodriquez Hodges, host of Que Pasa, longtime colleague and contributor to the show. We'll talk to her about her fundraising efforts for her son Gideon. Plus, we've got the MyMetroTV.com Movie Minute and the Power of Praise inspirational video clip of the week. All that and more when MyMetroTV.com. Daybreak, first stop to the rest of the weekend continues. Tanya Rodriquez Hodges, host of one of our sister shows, Que Pasa, and regular contributor to this show, known for her community activism, is no stranger to fundraising. Tanya is well known for her willingness to step up to the plate when asked. Her efforts this time partner her with CC Pizzas of Sand Hill. I spoke with Tanya about how this time the effort was different.
Because truly, I'm so used to doing the other end of this and making sure that people are aware of the needs of others, that this is a change of pace for me to be on this side of the camera for myself and for our family.
This effort is to help the Hodges family as they face the continued medical costs for their son Gideon. Gideon, now 16, an honor roll student, has undergone several surgeries, countless hospital visits, and is now on the journey to recovery due to the debilitating diagnosis of scoliosis.
I really want everyone to understand that this is truly a nonprofit effort. I have nothing to do, the family has nothing to do with the deposits that are made. We cannot pull money out. We submit to them and then they wind up paying whatever the expenses are for that month, according to whatever donations come in.
This effort today to help Gideon, why do you think it's important to participate, and especially for CCs to participate in this effort?
Well, I think it's important because it's a way for us as a corporate, as a franchisee, as a business to give back to the community. There's a family that's in need to help them with medical bills. You know, they have a lot of medical bills. And it's just a way for us, you know, just to give back, to show that we are in the community to help the community out.
How would they go about doing so?
They can, again, mail it to P.O. Box 23693, Columbia, South Carolina 29224, attention Santee Lynch's, CDC, and the phone number is 803-673-6376.